Shubhodaya, welcome all. We have been covering the pillars of yoga, Ashtanga yoga. We started off with yama and niyama. Yama and niyama, mainly that purpose of, they talk about the purpose of yoga. The purpose of yoga is, it's contained in yama and niyama. It says our life should be of use for others. That is the prerequisite to get into the portals of yoga. So we should not be living our life only for our life. We have to make sure that our life is of use for others. Yama, it's 5 in number. It talks about ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, aparigraha. Niyama 5 in number, shaucha, santosha, tapa, swadhyaya, ishvara pranidhana. The Patanjali, he talks about ete jati desha kala samaya vachinna sarvabhauma mahavratam. This is the following these rules and regulations, and having the determination, my life before the body collapses, I should be of use for others. That sankalpa, that determination, that is the prerequisite. Having that determination and working towards towards that one, it's a mahavrata, great austerity. Everyone must follow this one, irrespective of the religion, irrespective of the country they are born in, irrespective of the time they are living in. We can't say that only 500 years back it was practical, it is not practical now, or 100 years from now it won't be practical. It is an universal, all time, all places, all country, whatever faith you are from, it is applicable for those ones. As a Mahavrata, great austerity, everyone must follow. And Yama talks about you have to add value to the community. And you have to enrich the community by your presence. And Niyama says, in order to enrich others, I have to enrich myself. I have to practice. I have to do the sadhana. The 5 enrichment process, Patanjali talks about shaucha. I talked about shaucha in the previous weeks. Santosha I talked about. Tapas I talked about last 3 classes. And today is a Swadhyaya. The tapas is an austerity. To do an austerity, we have to, whatever we have to do with knowledge. It's in the Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna talks about tasmac pramanam te karyakarya-vyavasthitau jnatva sastra-vidhanoktam karyakarya-vyavasthitau iharhasi. You have to do as the keeping the text, the scriptures as a reference, and you have to tread the path in accordance as sanctioned by the scriptures. You have to follow, not your own figment of imagination. Go whatever you want. It's a democratic country, I'm a free thinker, I talk whatever I want, I do whatever I want. It says, Sri Krishna says, when you are leading the life, the scriptures are laid, the path for your successful life and for other successful life. It is a time tested. Many great people have trodden that one, and you also should follow that one, so that you also become great. Tasma shastram. And we have to follow the keeping the text, religious text, scriptures as a text, is a guide, and we have to tread the path. Why we have to use the text? And in the Chandogya Upanishad, it talks about Yadeva vidyaya karoti shrddayo upanishadam tadeva veeryavattaram bhavati. If you want to become very strong, fearless, and walk around like a lion in the society, in wherever you want to walk around like a lion, you have to have a knowledge. Ignorant person, people say ignorance is bliss. It is only a statement. Ignorance is not bliss. Knowledge is the bliss. The knowledge, acquire the knowledge. Yadeva, vidyaya, karoti. Do action with knowledge. Whatever, if I am working in a company, do with knowledge. Not blindly do whatever you want. With acquire the information, acquire the knowledge. With knowledge, when you do, you become fearless in life. If I am half knowledge, I don't know what to do, then I am so scared whether what others will think of that one, and if I do mistake, what will happen, it's a product fails. It's so much of fear, anxiety will be there. To overcome that one, you have to have knowledge. You have to have knowledge. Only with the knowledge you become fearless. And the knowledge, the knowledge acquires whatever you are listening now, or whatever text I am reading, or whatever YouTube channel I am seeing. It is only an information. It's a piece of information. I can have a whole Google, go through all things about yoga, or some electronics, or some product, or some medicine. I can go through everything. It is a piece of information. The piece of information itself is not great. I can quote, that person said this one, this person said this one. That information itself, it is no great. And information has to be processed. How relevant is that information to my life? That is more important. That is in the scriptures talk about shravana, manana and nidhidyasana. The three components. I can hear various, I can go to all lectures, and I can listen to all internet, WhatsApp message, all the YouTubes. It's only a shravana. That itself is not of great use. I have to process that information. I have to, in that information, many unwanted things may be there. It may be irrelevant for me. I have to remove unwanted stuff in that information. And I have to process. Like a crude oil, it has to be refined to get the necessary oil and gases which is of use. I have to process that information. Shravana, I have to manana. Manana, I have to process. And nididyasana. Nididyasana means that information should be converted into knowledge. Then only it becomes my property. Until then, I may be quoting, it is not my property, it is somebody's property. I am just a mouthpiece, I am talking. You have to process that one so that it gets ingrained within. It becomes part of you. That is called as nididyasana. That information has to be transformed into a knowledge. For that, what we had to do, Swadhyaya. Swa means swatantra. Adhyaya, study. Swatantra, you have to study independently. I can go to university class, maybe 200 people are attending the class. Now it is not Swadhyaya. I am gathering the information. Now I have to retreat from the classroom. I have to retreat from whatever I am hearing. Now I have to spend time for myself. Contemplate. What does it mean? What does it mean? Swatantra, adhyaya. Independently I have to process. Not keep on asking others. What does it mean? What does it mean? If they say something, it is their commentary. It is not yours. It is not Swadhyaya. You have to retreat and contemplate on that one. What does it mean? What does it mean? Then that is called as Swadhyaya. The seeker of a higher knowledge should have a capacity, inner stamina to do Swadhyaya. Should able to retreat and spend time for oneself. That is when I start spending. What does it mean? Think again and again, regurgitate again and again. When I start processing, that is called as manana. When I start thinking again and again, the new dimension comes out, which the talker, that person behind the screen or the YouTube or whoever, they never touched upon that one. The new dimension has come out. When the new dimension comes out, you will get immense joy. That which is not told by somebody, I got it. That person will experience immense joy within. Immense joy, the Swadhyaya, benefit of that one, when the object, when I am reading the scriptures and reading, my ideal is there in the scripture. When I am contemplating again and again, and in the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, he says, Ishtadeva darshana. One contemplates again and again, Swadhyaya, independent study, retreats, one gets retreated within, and when he contemplates again and again, the inner meaning opens up and one experiences immense joy in life. And I will touch upon other dimension of Swadhyaya next week. Lie down on your back